I have a confession to make. I don't like egusi soup. Yay! Yes, I know I'm shaking a big table, and on this table stand so many Nigerians who love egusi soup and so many foreigners who love egusi soup. Yes, egusi soup is like our national soup for eating fufu meals in Nigeria. It is the one soup that Nigerians from all parts of Nigeria agree on, and it is the soup that a Nigerian would most likely serve a foreigner when we want to introduce the person to Nigerian fufu meals that we swallow. Yes, it is the one soup that foreigners understand because it looks like a foreign sauce, it feels like a foreign sauce, and it tastes like a foreign sauce. They love it. But egusi soup prepared the normal way is not for me. It's too sweet for me, for lack of a better way to put it. It gives me heartburn, and if the egusi is not cooked for long enough, it makes me want to throw up. Egusi soup is not even in my top 7 favorite Nigerian soups because I'll have to count Ora soup, which is my favorite soup in the world, bitter leaf soup, ogbono soup, Rivers native soup, miyan kuka, okra soup, vegetable soup, that's edikain kong, a well-prepared edikain kong. I will even count afang soup before I count egusi soup, and even when I count egusi soup, I will have to mix it with another soup before I can enjoy it. Like egusi soup and ora soup is a great combo. Egusi soup and bitter leaf soup is a great combo for eating Nigerian fufu meals. So if you do not like egusi soup prepared the normal way, keep watching. Prepare it this way and see if you will start liking it. Even if you like egusi soup, prepare it this way too, and let me know which one you prefer. Because one thing I noticed is that a lot of people have not heard about this way of preparing egusi soup. It's more common in Anambra State. Even within Anambra State, for instance, I and my husband, we are both from Anambra State, but he had never heard about this way of preparing egusi soup till we got married. Yeah, I introduced it to him and now he's loving it. He's loving it. It might take a few trials before your taste buds get used to it. So don't knock it after just one trial. Try it several times and let me know what you think. All right, let's go. Let me show you how I prepare egusi soup that does not give me all the vibes I talked about earlier. I'll be using this quantity of goat meat, pomo, shaki, and stockfish. All the meat and fish should be about 1.5 kilos. I'll be using fermented and dried locust beans, that is ogiri okpei. I'll be using Igbo style washed and squeezed bitter leaves. The leaves are first dried in the sun, then washed and squeezed several times till all the bitterness is gone. Red palm oil, Scotch bonnet or habanero pepper to your taste, crayfish, that's like a handful. I'll be using 5 cups of egusi seeds, measured this way. First, I rinse all the meat and fish, but more needs special cleaning. Then cook all the meat and fish in the pressure cooker at the same time. This is because all of them have the same cooking times. I crush in 3 small stock cubes. I do not add onions to egusi soup because it adds to the sweetness. Also, onions and bitter leaves cannot coexist in the same pot. Mbao! Pour water to cover them and start cooking. While that is cooking, let's prepare the rest of the ingredients. Grind the egusi with the ogiri okpei. Igbo style washed bitter leaves usually have long strands, so I cut them up to make them fit for egusi soup. We don't want these long stalks in the soup, so take them out. If egusi soup gives you heartburn, stop using ugu or spinach to prepare egusi soup. Use bitter leaves. I have about 3 handfuls here. I may not use all of them, everything depends on the look of the soup, as you will see later. The way I cook these meats in my pressure cooker is, once I hear the pressure sound, that's that shee sound, I take it off the stove and leave it there till it depressurizes on its own. That gives me the perfect, well done meat. Not too soft, not too hard. Your own pressure pot may work differently. When it depressurizes, decant the stock into a big enough pot. Add the ground crayfish, cover and leave it to boil. Meanwhile, debone and separate the stockfish into medium pieces. This one is for the cook. When it boils, reduce the heat to low. It is very important. Then add the ground egusi. Stir very well till there are no lumps. If egusi gives you heartburn, stay away from fried egusi soup. Prepare your egusi soup using the caking method, which is the method I am showing you in this video. The mix needs to have this consistency to start with. If your stock is not enough to give it this consistency, add hot water. Cover and continue cooking. Keep an eye on it, and after some time you will see it beautifully caked like this with these sexy dots that I love. Very satisfying. You see how cuddled it is? I can't eat egusi soup that is not caked like this. Yes, if egusi soup is not caked, it looks like baby's number 2, and I won't even touch it, not to talk of putting it in my mouth. You see? No need to add eggs. Yes, I said eggs. You haven't heard that people add eggs to the egusi soup to make it cake? Some people do that and even defend it with their lives. Chayo. Please, you do not need eggs and all other things that people add to their egusi soup. Egusi is the thickener in egusi soup. No need, absolutely no need to add any other thickener. Stir the bottom of the pot very well and continue cooking. If yours is too thick at this time, add a little bit of water, stir and continue cooking. Cook it till it cakes again and stir repeatedly till you see the natural egusi oil come to the surface. Let me zoom in. This should take a few cooking, caking, stirring, cooking, caking, stirring till you see the oil. That's another reason why I do not like eating egusi soup, especially in restaurants. Some people do not cook egusi soup long enough. They cook egusi for 5 minutes, 10 minutes and put it down. No, it's still raw, and if I eat that, I will sleep in the small room. My taste buds will even reject it to start with because the egusi will not be delicious. It takes at least 30 minutes of cooking for the delicious taste of egusi to come through. This is only the first signs of oil, so I continue to cook for at least 20 minutes. The oil is more visible here, and by now the egusi would have finished caking, such that even if you keep cooking it, the egusi won't cake anymore. Add the bitter leaves. Igbo washed bitter leaf is quite hard, so you need to add it early. Bitter leaves tone down the sweetness of egusi soup. They are not bitter because all the bitterness has been washed off, but this vegetable naturally tones down the sweetness of any meal you add it to. That's why I prefer it to using ugu when preparing egusi soup. Spinach is even worse, but those outside Nigeria use it anyway because no other alternative. I add, stir, and see if I like the way it looks. If not, I add some more. If you want the leaves scanty in the soup, add less. Look and feel, that's how we cook in Nigeria. Then add palm oil. I add enough palm oil to color the soup to my liking without the oil floating on top. It is best to add all the palm oil you want to add now, because if you add more later, it will just sit on the surface, will not be well absorbed in the soup, and will give you that sticky feeling in the mouth. Not good. Like here, it looks like the palm oil is too much, but no, it's just that the palm oil has not yet integrated into the soup. So yes, add palm oil early enough to your Nigerian soups. After adding palm oil, I cooked this one for 10 more minutes, making it a total of 30 minutes from the time I added the egusi. Palm oil needs to be cooked for at least 7 minutes on high heat for it to integrate into the soup. Else, the palm oil will be floating on top of the soup when the soup is done. The soup will be sticky in the mouth, making you feel like throwing up. We even call it raw palm oil, but not raw in that sense, but yeah. When done, the soup should look yellow, not red. That's how you know that you added just enough palm oil to color the soup. Add the fresh pepper, stockfish, goat meat, pomo and shaki. Stir with a spatula to avoid crushing the obstacles. Add salt only if necessary. Egusi soup can get salty very easily. Stir. Cover, and once it heats up again, take it off the stove. Look at it in all its glory. The egusi soup that will make you start liking egusi soup. Bye bye. See you.